you understand?
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
There's just not enough people are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
Some of my tunes, I like the sounds that I heard. It somehow struck a real deep nerve. Have to keep rolling on, have to keep singing my song, have to keep rolling on. I started playing everywhere. Had to keep the music going anywhere. Let the world hear what I had to say. Gotta keep the music going every day. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. They say that music is good for the soul. Things like blues and rock and roll. That's why I have to sing my song, pick up my guitar and play along. Have to keep rolling on, have to keep singing my song, have to keep rolling on. 8 years later, I'm on my way. Been playing my music most every day. Let the world have a little cheer. Hope to be doing it for the rest of my years. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. Started in L.A. My son did his magic with some of my tunes. I like the sounds that I heard. It somehow struck a real deep nerve. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. They say that music is good for the soul. Things like punk and rock and roll. That's why I had to sing my song for Marie Michelle and Brian Young. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song. Have to keep rolling on. Have to keep singing my song.
Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. Online at TonyJones.org. On Facebook, it's Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On the almighty Twitter, at Tony Jones in RI. We just kicked things off with a little The Papa Joe Show right here on the Tony Jones Show. Some of the best local music on tap for you between now and the top of the hour. We had a big show last night. We'll talk about that in a bit. We're going to talk about evil clowns. It's quite the slap tickle going on out there. And I want to talk about that. We're going to bring DJ Psycho Eddie in, who has been known to don clown gear every once in a while. I also want to talk about pumpkin beer. It is pumpkin beer season. And also, DJ Psycho Eddie, I waited in true fat guy form for 1 whole hour in order to gain access to a donut. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But before that, let's get back to the music. We're going to hear from AdapterAdapter up next. Death Certificate Disorder. You heard it here on The Tony Jones Show.
chair full of hope, on a chair full of trust. She waited alone, though she was not, but she couldn't have known because of the dark. It was dark, like my mind after working all day, with my hair in the wind and the wind in the sails. In the dark, all alone, as she thought she was there, in her chair full of hope, in her world without sings and is happy some way as I sail on the sea and I struggle to thrive. She's simply content just to be alive. All that she wants is to sit in the dark all the hours a day as a piece of my art. Maybe her hope will be part of me too, now that I have this tattoo. I saw a girl sitting in the dark on a chair full of hope, on a chair full of trust. She waited alone, though she was not, but she couldn't have known because she is art.
Let me try that again. Girl in the Dark, the name of that one, off of the album Copper. Some Tammy Laforest right here on the Tony Jones Show. Before that, Adapter, Death Certificate Disorder. And we kick things off this evening with a little The Papa Joe Show. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. TonyJones.org. On the almighty Twitter, at Tony Jones in RI. Of course, if you're catching us live, we do monitor the social media accounts throughout the broadcast, so go ahead and get a hold of us if there's anything you'd like to hear. And if you have some new music coming out, which it seems, as far as we can tell, there's a ton of great new music coming out between now and the end of the year, which we're excited about. Actually, I checked the old mailbox earlier today, and we're going to have some new music. Well, it's new to us. We're going to have some of that up next. We're going to have a double shot of Without Warning, who incidentally are also playing Rock and Shock this weekend. I think I'll be up there on Friday for the big Rock and Shock weekend, one of my favorite conventions. Now, DJ Psycho Eddie is in studio with me, and he was hugely instrumental in helping me with the festivities that happened last night. Very honored to be asked by Mr. George Garner to be his best man. He'll be getting married in just 2 weeks' time. He didn't want to have a traditional bachelor party. George, being a lifelong fan of shock rock, he wanted to have a shock rock bachelor party, which is definitely what went down, you know. And we love Firehouse 13, and I got to say, John and Winsong, they may have sainthood, because literally it looked like a bomb went off in that club last night between Necrophilic Meat Circus having a piñata, which was actually filled with candy, and
the fetus pinata.
I was trying to leave that out, but thank you. And Wolfman Chuck having fake blood. So literally the club was covered in candy and fake blood and toilet paper by the end of the night. So I got to thank Dead Girls Don't Say No, Wolfman Chuck and the Brimstone Boys, Necrophiliac Meat Circus, and probably the person that stole the show was our act in between the bands, which was Acacia Say Lee, who is a burlesque / sideshow performer, and of course DJ Psycho Eddie spinning the tunes and helping me keep things moving throughout the course of the night, which is just, it's what you got to do with musicians. You know, when you get them up there, you just got to keep them moving. Sometimes you need a cattle prod, but yeah, it was and of course Puggles grilled cheese, which unfortunately was their last night, and Necrophilic Meat Circus, that was their final, or at least they say final performance. Now, you know what happens there. Maybe we can prod them a little to get back out there.
Oh, we'll see what happened. I got to do. I start off Puggle's grilled cheese. I went down the entire menu. So I may not be able to go again until next show. But, the grilled cheese were excellent, and she's calling it quits.
Yeah, that was her last night as far as working with Firehouse. I think she's
moving somewhere else.
Is looking for a future opportunity. I know she at one point was talking about a food truck or something along those lines, so I think she's going to try to keep her setup going, but just not at Firehouse.
Wherever she goes, just let me know, because I will probably pay her rent for a while.
I think you did last night.
No, I had a great time last night. I'm still washing the fake blood off my hand. And as all bachelor parties go, they usually end up in a gentleman's establishment. However, being who I am, I can get away with just about anything because I used to work at the one we went to, which is Club Fantasy.
Not as a stripper.
Not as a stripper. Well, we'll just leave that as it is. So I walked in. I didn't realize it until my friend, who's the manager, looks down and said, "What'd you do to your hand?" My skin is still stained red from the fake blood as it dried on my hand. I did not realize it. So I walked in looking like I just killed somebody.
Right. I was thinking that if anybody, God forbid, got pulled over on the ride home last night, I mean, like, the members of Dead Girls Don't Say No wearing white T-shirts just covered in fake blood from head to toe. I mean, just imagine getting pulled over.
Yeah. Reeking of booze, covered in blood. I'm coming from a bachelor party. Sure, walk this line.
They might just let you go.
You can't make this up.
Well, this next band, they came through. They went to rifreeradio.org, and they clicked on the contact page, which, if you're in a band or if you'd like to be a guest, you can do the exact same thing. And as I mentioned, they're playing Rock and Shock this weekend. We're going to have a double shot of Without Warning up next for you. The first track is Last Cry. It's new to us here on The Tony Jones Show.
While my soul, it burns inside of me, you never seem to care. When I feel I have the strength to leave, you take it all away. Time has come to turn my fence. Peacefully, when really you're killing yourself inside. We're battered and broken, lying on my knees. I watch as your light slowly dies. Now time has come to turn my life around. My soul is found. Now this day has come. Open your eyes. You must understand why we are here, what you have done. I hope you've had your fun with my last cry. We will never die.
Lost, the name of that one, coming out of 2 from Without Warning, right here on the Tony Jones Show. Last time we chatted, I brought you into Last Cry from Without Warning right here on the Tony Jones Show. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones NRI. Be sure to go to TonyJones.org and RIFreeRadio.org. A big thanks to our friends from Gig Zealot for checking in with us, listening to the live broadcast, and helping us promote. Of course, if you can't check us out live, don't forget that the Tony Jones Show is available wherever fine podcasts are available. Now, I forgot to mention two things about last night, and that is I bumped into our old friend Dave Sorgman last night of 13 Folds, and he is talking about bringing 13 Folds magazine back, which is something that we wholeheartedly support around here. I always thought it was just a great, well-produced local zine. And also, I forgot to mention that after leaving Firehouse 13, I moseyed on over to one of my favorite places in Providence at 912 Broad Street, and I got to give a big shout-out to the folks at Crown Fried Chicken. DJ Psycho Eddie, as I mentioned to you off the air, I felt like I was walking into Cheers. You know, they were asking where I've been. They knew my order. They were surprised that I was ordering something different from my regular order. And, I mean, I don't know. I got it there around maybe 1:30 in the morning, and they were still cooking fresh chicken. Now, you better believe that if you get late-night fast food fried chicken, that chicken was cooked during the dinner rush at 5 o'clock. It's been sitting on a lizard-like heat rock, and you're getting it at whatever time you're picking it up. And these guys are throwing down fresh fried chicken at 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea what time they're open to. I mean, it's got to be the wee hours in the morning.
It's going to be at least 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because the bars close at 2.
Yeah.
So you got to give everyone at least an hour to hour and a half to go find something to soak up whatever alcohol they've ingested. So I'm going to figure sometime around 3 because Providence has hope.
That's Crown Fried Chicken calling in with our delivery.
No, I had an alarm set to wake up for yesterday, and I forgot to shut it off. But no, Providence has that weird. Some of them close at 2, some of them close at 3 on the weekends.
Depending on how much you bribe the local licensing authority, that defines what time you get to stay open till.
So, in order to get these people somewhat sobered up so they can make the trek
right.
home, they got to stay open pretty late.
And we talked about it before, but Broad Street has kind of a burgeoning food truck scene. And again, high-quality stuff. These guys are putting down fresh food out until the wee hours of the morning. And I don't know if those guys probably stay open later than the brick and mortar, but there's just a ton of awesome food trucks on that Broad Street strip. So I know it's probably not a neck of the woods where people think, I'm going to go hang out on Broad Street this weekend. But, I mean, if you want to chow down, it's the place to be.
There are a few that do. I'm not going to...
I forgot about that.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here. However, no, the food truck industry, it is blossoming. And Providence, most of these business owners, they can't afford to start a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So they're going to do what they do best, which is cooking, and they're going to do it for the public as cheaply as they can, which is going to be a food truck or a food cart, or as we saw last night with Puggles, it was an electric flat top at a table.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to get the food out there to make sure your licensing's good and get it out there. There have been several different fried chicken places up and down that stretch, and they're probably going to be throwing in fresh fried, especially the chicken, fresh fried right before the bars are letting out.
Yeah.
So it's that you're driving through. You don't want to hit the highway to avoid the federales. So you go the back roads. I've done this. I've bumped off a few curbs. I'm not again. I do not sugarcoat. And I've found some really great late night eats on the ride home, and then you just have enough alcohol in you where you don't really remember where it is. So
I was enjoying that fried chicken so much I actually missed my little turn to get back on the highway, and I had to double back. I was tearing into my bucket. Now, here's the flip side of that, and that is yesterday morning, there's a great place on Allen's Ave, again, a little kind of a distressed neighborhood. You wouldn't think of it. It's a bakery, and they're also home to PVD Donuts or Providence Donuts. And when I tell you there's a line around the building for these donuts, there's a line around the building, up the sidewalk, and almost into the scrap yard that sits next door. So for us, it was an hour wait to get 2 donuts and a muffin. Now, in true fat guy form, I committed to an hour wait. And the only time I really wait for food is sometimes I go to the bigger food events with Phantom Gourmet and some of the stuff that Jim Nellis does. There's a ton of people there, but it's you get to hang out and talk to people and kind of fellowship and have fun. But this is my first time waiting that long in a line. Nobody's talking to each other because they're all staring at their cell phones. And the donuts were good, a little pricey, but I don't know if I would wait an hour again for a donut.
You see, that's one thing with me, especially donuts, because I'm kind of spoiled. I've gone around, well, at least the Northeast quite a bit, and I've tried some really great donuts. I will not wait an hour for a donut.
Yeah,
I will, however, wait an hour for a good meal. Waiting for your table to be ready or whatever. New restaurant opening up, but I can't see an hour. I mean, I don't even want to wait 15 minutes at the drive-thru.
Yeah, I know.
I look at myself in the mirror after, but meantime, I'm in line screaming out the window, "Come on, you fat POS. You don't need 2 egg sandwiches. Come on, let's go." And, of course, I'm the one who's also going to order 2 egg sandwiches.
I got a box of Joe coming through the drive-thru. Well, I'm going to get back down to the music now. We're going to hear from the Quins going out by request. When people ask to play more Quins, we're happy to oblige here on the Tony Jones Show. The Valley up next for you, the Quins.
Dreamt I was naked and I shaved my head. But that wasn't hard to do. When I awoke to what I thought was a dragon's breath, but then I saw it was you. And all these feelings inside my mind, well, they don't waste no time. And these thoughts running through my head, they make me feel like I'm some kind of foreigner. I went to the valley just to take a stroll and see what I could find. Just a thought or a memory that could slow my roll. Please, God, just give me a sign. 'Cause all this dirt underneath my nails, well, darling, it never fails to remind me of who I was, walking around like a great ball of fire. And I know that this life's a game, but I don't feel like playing.
The Valley, the name of that one, the Quins, going out by request right here on the Tony Jones Show. We have a crisis upon us, or I believe, in my opinion, an alleged crisis. DJ Psycho Eddie's here, who's been known to dress as an evil clown once in a while, and
amongst other things,
there are the ball gag, amongst other things. There are alleged, even in our local area, there was one last night, alleged evil clown sightings going on, happening, people following school buses, supposedly. You know, the most interesting thing to me is that some of it is just classic suspense and horror. So instead of a guy running at you with a knife or a weapon, you see an evil clown holding a balloon at 2 o'clock in the morning, 100 yards down the street from you, just standing there staring. And then some other nut job was out there putting clown shoes out on sidewalks and out in front of people's bedrooms, where you would just see a pair of clown shoes when you went up there in the morning. But people are taking this seriously. People are saying if they see a clown, they're going to shoot him, they're going to beat him down.
Oh no, it's already happened. There have been several instances already where clowns have been singled out, beat down. 2 of them have already been shot. Luckily, no one has died yet. And they've also organized, wait for it,
right?
Clown Lives Matter.
Now, is this legit, or is this... I saw a report out that this was just kind of an experiment in media hype. When I was a kid, it was, you got to check your candy, because when you go trick-or-treating, people are putting drugs in your candy. I was never so lucky. They were supposedly putting razor blades, and it was all media hype. Never did a kid bite into a razor blade. Never did a kid get drugged through candy. So, I mean, it's hard to tell if this is just some kind of a hype machine type thing, or if there really are people out there pranking, or if is it something a little bit more sinister.
As far as I can tell, there are a few people, because the media is sensationalizing this, that people are going to say, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let me do something stupid."
Copycats.
Exactly. So, personally, if you're a professional clown,
right,
like myself, Chuckles,
the Shriners,
the Shriners clowns, Sescon, we're out there to have fun. B, you're in the public eye and you're making a living doing this.
Right.
It may not be my whole living, but it subsidizes it really nicely, let me tell you. And I'm not going to put that at jeopardy, especially for a prank.
Yeah, because a lot of people almost have a brand of what kind of clown they are. It's not where you just kind of slap on different paint every time you go out there.
No, the face that I put on every time I perform, it is the same style of makeup, right down to how big the eyes are.
Did you learn that while working at Fantasies?
Oddly enough, I did learn a few makeup tricks while I was at Fantasies. However, mostly, I have to thank Chuckles for this one, because he really set the bar for me for my makeup. There were a few incarnations in the beginning trying to get the feel for what I wanted to be, what I wanted it to look like. But once you get that look that you want, and people recognize you by that look, you don't change it. And now we have these people who are throwing on any old grease paint that you get at the dollar store for, about $1. And they're going out with, some cheap costume, and they're going out and they're really screwing it up for us. Yeah,
it's almost the same as when certain genres of music go to a club and trash the place, and they say, well, I don't want to have punk shows here anymore. I don't want to have hip hop shows anymore. Because of what one act did, it resembles the whole genre.
Yeah, it resonates throughout the whole genre.
So will this keep you from dressing up as an evil clown for this year's Rhode Island Comic-Con or any other events between now and the end of the year?
No, I will maintain, because there are people who expect me to come as the clown.
Right.
I will be a little more cautious going from my vehicle.
Clown with a sign arm.
As luck would have it, yes, I have actually considered getting a small piece of protection for some of the inner city functions that I have to attend later on this year. But You know, it's what you got to do. You got to protect yourself.
You know, it's amazing to see so much hype in an election season too. Usually, the election sucks all the air out of the room. When you have something like this, I mean, it's just
number one, the election itself. I'm not going to get on a political soapbox, but they need something to distract from the train wreck that is.
People are done with the election.
I mean, now they're like, he said this, she said that. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, people are stupid. They're not on their toes every single moment. They're going to say something stupid. They need a distraction.
Yeah.
And I hate to bring this up, but at 9/11, the World Trade Towers, no one remembers the news headlines on 9/10, do you?
Right. That's exactly it.
When the government lost how many billions and trillions of dollars, they just can't find it.
Yep. Same thing with
a
the
stack
Pentagon.
of money that would not fit in this room.
Whoops.
Can't find it. So, they need the distraction. And every 5 or 10, 15 years, it's the same thing. Well, clowns will get you. They're driving around in a van. They're going to kidnap you.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember this when I was a
I
kid.
remember that with Rocky Point. They were saying there was clowns in the backwoods behind the amusement park.
Yeah, they probably worked at the amusement park, and they were probably going there to smoke their dope.
That's, speaking of things cycling through, that's the best thing about being into punk rock. As a guy that's into punk rock, about every 15 years, I'm wicked cool. You know, punk makes a big resurgence. They say, oh, it's the big resurgence of punk, and I get to say, oh, I've been listening to punk my whole life. And you get to be wicked cool, and I guess in this instance, you get to be wicked evil because this thing's going to circulate through every 10 to 15 years.
Well, you do know I currently hold a record at Rhode Island Comic Con, making 3 people in one night wet themselves. So this can only aid to that. And that's I think I'm going to try for 4 this year.
Well, let's get back down to the music as we are starting to run out of time. I ran into these guys last night, and they're going to have some new music coming out. And, of course, we'll be spinning it here on the Tony Jones Show and on Rhode Island Free Radio. I speak of a band that's been in studio with us here. They are 30 Silver. This one is Goat right here on the Tony Jones Show. Bobby's Shed, the name of that one, a little Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 right here on the Tony Jones Show. Now, I'm not being completely self-serving and a shameless self-promoter. The reason I'm playing that is because we are currently looking for a drummer. So if there's any drummers in my listening audience today, drop us a line anytime, facebook.com/TJC3RI. You can get a hold of me at TonyJones.org. And yes, we are looking for a drummer who wants to leave the house on the regular basis. Before that, we heard two of my favorite bands, local bands, back to back. We heard the Nymphidels' Anchor. And the last time we chatted, I brought you into some 30 Silver Goat, the name of that one. I wanted to talk a little bit about pumpkin beer, but unfortunately we're just about out of time. I will mention I tried Schaeferle Beer's Pumpkin Ale. Absolutely delicious. Tasted like beer. Didn't taste like you were chewing on liquid pumpkin pie filling. DJ Psycho Eddie, you tried a delicious one earlier this week, correct?
Yeah. I had tried several beers last night. It's kind of escaping me right now which one I had last night, but it was at Firehouse.
Yep.
So I can tell you where you can get it. Again, it wasn't an overly heavily pumpkin. It wasn't spiced. Right. The beer really came out. It was a pumpkin stout. So a stout usually holds up on its own. If you get into like the pumpkin ales or the pumpkin shandies, that's when they get iffy.
That's when Wilford Brimley shows up because there's so much sugar in these quote-unquote beers.
Well, no, depending on the beer you're getting, they're either heavily sugared or extra heavily sugared. The one that I usually go to that's out this time of season is either Lienenkugel has a pumpkin beer, which I really like. And also the Curious Traveler has the Jacko, short for Jack-o'-lantern. Those two are really definite go-tos for a non-stout pumpkin beer.
Well, with that, we're just about out of time. I'm going to leave you with a little Mikey Saint right here on the Tony Jones Show. Don't forget to go to TonyJones.org, RIFreeradio.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. and on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Once again, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. Don't forget to check out our podcast, wherever fine podcasts are available. Leaving you with some Mikey saying, bye, everybody. Bye.
When you're right, when I look frightened tonight, you said to me I'm leaving. You said to me I'm nothing much. You said to me I'm leaving. You said to me I'm nothing much. Oh. You said to me I'm nothing much. You said to me I'm leaving. You said to me I'm nothing much. Oh.